Okay, here's hopefully another quick one for you. As some of y'all know, I am a gardener, and I do a lot of special gardening. And because of that, I have needs for a lot of special tools. You can say I'm a special needs gardener. And one of those tools right now is a root cutting shovel, because I need to cut the roots off of a woody annual plant that I'm growing that's inside of landscape fabric. And I'm lazy, and I don't want to pull the landscape fabric up. And at the same time, I also don't want to cut the drip irrigation that I have underneath the landscape fabric. So I can't just use a regular shovel. I also don't want to cut the landscape fabric. So I need a very narrow root cutting shovel that I can reach around the stem of the plant and just cut particularly troublesome roots off. I don't have to do a lot of cutting. They're not big roots, about at most finger size. They're fairly soft wood. I just need to be able to go in and just try and pull the plant up. It doesn't come up, go like that, and just rip it out the ground. So I am hopefully going to be able to just very simply make a root cutting shovel out of a 2-inch piece of pipe and handle. So my original plan was to use 2-inch like actual well pipe, big 1/8-inch thick walls, and get like a like handrail flange base that you mount to the ground that has a big circle on it, and take that pipe and do this, and just take a roughly about 1 foot long pipe. This is about that. Cut it like this down to the halfway point, like so, then just mount that on a handle, and then I can slide that flange base up there, clamp it down up there on the top, use through bolts rather than just set screws, and have a nice little step ledge like that, and then just, cut the front of it out so it doesn't bash into the plant. However, that costs money, and at that point I might as well just buy a root cutting shovel or buy a regular shovel and just modify it, rather than spending $20-$30 on materials to build, a weird cobbled together thing. But thankfully, I happened to find this cheap piece of like some kind of, I think it was off like a trampoline or something. And it's not as thick as I want it to be on the wall, but it'll do. And the upside is it already has holes pre-drilled in it. And I also have this handle out of a post hole digger that's most of the length. It should hopefully be add a foot to it. About a 4-foot handle. That should be perfect, because I can go like this and do that, or I can cut this back, put a D handle on it if I want, because I have this spare pitchfork that has a D handle on it. So I could just pull this off and mount it on the end of it if I need it. And I'm hoping all I need to do is just hack this guy off at like a 30-degree angle, probably about here. Just hopefully line this up so that it's straight on those holes, put it in like that. Just draw a magic marker across it, and then get on it with an angle grinder and or hacksaw and or reciprocating saw, and just cut it flat. Do a little bit of, creative work here on the front to kind of put points on, put a little dip in there just so that it centers on the root, doesn't slide off one way or the other. Put a nice edge on it, heat the piss out of it, see if I can get that edge to temper, or at least get very hard and probably brittle, but I don't need it to do a whole lot of work. So that's my plan. So I am going to just simply hack the end of that off, do some geometry to it, put an edge on it, heat the piss out of it, quench it in water, and hopefully put a hardened edge on it. And then my plan is to, smack it onto the end of this, which already has holes drilled in it that are the exact same size and at the exact same spacing. I could have not, close to the exact same spacing, close to the exact same size. Couldn't have planned that better. And then put about a 6-inch bolt through here, and then just a regular flush fit bolt right here. Torque that down, and that should give me a foothold that I can kick in with my foot if I need to. So that's the plan. So I'm gonna get to that real quick, and then we'll take it out to the cotton plot and test it. So here's what I got going on. I just stuck this thing in the vise. I eyeballed the angle. It looked like about 6 inches up from the bottom on this 2-inch pipe was going to be perfect for where the angle is going to be, so that I can reach, because what I want is this to be level with how I'm holding it, so that if I come in like this, I can push down like that, and then this cut part will be perpendicular straight up and down. And so I'm coming in at an angle, and that gives me enough room to get around the trunk of the plant and then cut here on the edge of it. So I have all of this, freeboard right here that I can work with, and I'm not bashing this into the side of the plant. So I eyeballed that. It's about 6 inches. So I just stuck it here in the vise, and I just put the Sharpie flat up against here, and I just drew a line straight, and then it didn't want to really do a hoop, so I just eyeballed this hoop up here. And it doesn't really matter, because we're just going to get on this with the hacksaw here at first, and just try and keep the hacksaw blade flat here It'd just be great if I had a bandsaw. I don't have a bandsaw though, so I'm not going to use a bandsaw. And just cut straight across this. I think I can actually I can put this at a 30-degree angle, so we might try that. Just see that works better. And we're just going to try and keep the hacksaw flat and just cut straight down the top of the jaws until we pop out here at the end. Well, we'll probably come in here and try and start on this side wherever it starts on the blade, just so I know where I'm supposed to be ending. We'll just cut that off, and then what we're going to do is just come in here with the angle grinder and just kind of shape this up how we want. We're going to have to bevel this point right here in a little bit, so it's going to kind of do that. So we'll just put a little bevel in here, try and do a cut in here, go back about maybe 1/4 of an inch, come back out, and then we'll get on with the angle grinder, or probably chainsaw file actually, considering how thin this is. Just put a nice, working edge on it, nothing crazy, like 45-degree angle, maybe 30, probably 30-degree angle. And then we're just gonna blast it with the MAP gas torch and quench it in some water or something, oil it now. We're just gonna stick it in the rain barrel and just see if we can put a little bit more of an edge to it, because this is cheap, thin steel. All right, well, the hacksaw very quickly proved it was not going to work, so we just went straight to the zip disc and snipped that bad boy off, and there we go. Now, it's about what I was looking for, except we need to clean all this crud off of here, and then I'm going to try and smoosh this down, this front edge, a little bit. I should hopefully just be able to stick it in here and give it a good smoosh, or at least just lay another piece of pipe in it and just beat it with a hammer a bit. Probably going to work on it a little bit with some pliers first, just to flare it out so I can encourage it to spread more how I want. And that should give us a nice starting point. Do a little bit more metal work right there on the tip, just to give that a little bit of a dimple. Then we'll get on it with chainsaw file, and then that should be the end of the metalworking. All right, we have finished filing, and we have a okay edge on it. Not going to try and make it any sharper until we attempt to temper it. Now, I do not have a scientific method. I just heat it up with the MAP gas until it turns like blue or purple, and then I just dunk it in water, and I hope it doesn't blow up. All right, well, that's been done. I went a little bit farther than blue, but that sounds hardened to me. Maybe not. I think I need to do it again. I think it's still pretty soft. We'll see. I'll try and put a sharper edge on it, and we'll see whether or not it's too hard or too soft. If so, we'll just do it again. Well, we definitely got the fire blue on it that time, but don't know if it's any harder. All right, so we tried it one more time, and this time I actually did what I was supposed to do, which was heat the entire fucking thing until it was glowing basically orange, because I can't get it all red because it's too thin. Then dip it in water and let it violently boil for a second, and then now it is perfectly edge hardened, as you can hear. And it's not what it was doing before. It's still soft because it's mild steel. But, that's as good of an edge as we're going to get on it. So now we need to fit it to the handle. And I'm hoping I can just kind of just beat that guy onto here until it fits, then run 2 bolts through it and be done. So let's try that. Alrighty, so there she is. I just grabbed a 6-inch, 1/2-inch bolt, kind of centered it. Put a little bit of Nature's Loctite on here, tighten it all down. Just ran a smaller, I think, 5/16 bolt through the top, cut it flush, sanded it so it's smooth, and should be all I need. It's got fairly good heft. I also came up here and just sanded this. I'm not going to put a D-handle or anything on it yet. Not until I know how she behaves, because it's probably going to be up here in my teeth a bunch, so I don't really want a D-handle on there unless I need it. Just see if I can find something to cut with it. Fiber optic or something? I guess let's just try some dirt. Oh, that works. Yeah, work as a plug shovel if nothing else. Yeah, it's pretty good. I just need to find a root to cut. All right, I think that's the tap root for this guy, and cut that pretty good, I think. See how big that actually was. Oh yeah, just slice through a nice little, about 1/2-inch, 3/4-inch sapling there. So it's about what I'm looking for. We'll take it out of the cotton plot and actually give it some field trials real quick and see if it works or not and how well this edge holds up. Alrighty, let's test this thing on some cotton. Alright, so I just went ahead and pulled most of them up, and I actually got about half of it done already. But these larger plants are fighting, especially when I have 4 of them that did pretty decently in a hole. So this is what we're going to start testing on. Trouble is, the irrigation lines that I have in here run right through the middle, which I thought I had offset them, but I didn't because I'm stupid. So I need to get in there and work very meticulously and carefully not to cut the irrigation line. So it's not as straightforward as I was hoping, but this should help me out of this bind right here, and I don't have to, you know, go in there with a pocket knife and try and whittle things away. So once I find the irrigation line, I'll be able to go on the other side and just cut all the roots off of, you know, about 180 degrees of one side, and that should give me enough leverage. Once I get one plant out the ground, it loosens up the roots and I can start pulling them through. But so far, it's working. We'll just see if the shovel works or if I cut an irrigation line and make more trouble for myself. Okie dokie, so the irrigation line is on this side, so we're going to come in from this side and just give it a good, oh yeah, that's so easy. Just wish I didn't have irrigation lines to contend with. But if I didn't have irrigation lines, I probably would have just, you know, pulled the fabric up. On the fabric there a bit. Hold up. Technical difficulties. All right, well, my rusty shovel is turning out to be a trusty shovel. It's helped me make quick work. I only need to actually use it once so far. But I have created and popped a massive blister right here on my hand already, which is, it took a lot less time than I thought it would. I have not done, I've already lost my calluses, but anyway, keep up with your outside work, kids, or you lose your calluses. But anyway, this guy works just fine. Should hopefully get me out of a bind on the rest of these. Just wish that irrigation was not right on top of the plants, but I digress. Hope this helped you out. It's helping me out a little bit. Probably could have just sharpened a trowel and been just as good. But anyway, if this helped you, consider giving the video a like, comment. Tell me if you know of an off-the-shelf equivalent to this. I saw some stuff that was similar, but I'm cheap and I already had all this laying around, so I figured I'd try and it worked. So I'm sticking with it. And if you want to see more garbage like this, then you gotta subscribe. So smash the big red button. Until next time, I'm out.